Got us a team 1 together with Vark. Is it going to be first? Maybe Reverence? Oh, Reverence coming in as a Destruction Warlock. Oh my goodness, dashes are everywhere, man. We got ourselves Rando in the back. We got ourselves Laryless in stealth, lazy, chilling, and it looks like Reverence is going to have the pet spin to win. I think CBZ is going to be first up. I think we haven't seen CBZ join in this in a while. What's up, my guy? Welcome, welcome. Fear onto Reverence, at least trying to see if he can land it. Reverence zipping behind the pillar, going to be a Fear onto the pet as Shadowbolts are getting built up. CBZ is likely playing the Shadowbolt Decimated Bolt build. Going to be a Fellow Lord joining and literally just spawning on top of Reverence. Got himself a Decimated Bolt versus CBZ. CBZ could be in a bit of trouble. As we have the team 2 together with the iFox, we got ourselves Speed, we got ourselves the Wolf. I don't even know what he's trying to do. I think we got Chicago. It looked like Wolf's trying to give Speed a hug or something. Maybe that's what he's going for. Fleshcock by CBZ's Reverence, get hit with a Fear. Gonna be a hand of gold down joining. CBZ's with the Demonic Tyrant, trying to get a Decimated Bolt of his own. Is that gonna be the biggest burst possible? Stun onto Reverence, trying to go gold Dreadstalkers. Does not have Instant-Cast Dreadstalkers, making sure he doesn't reflect back those Decimated Bolts back into himself. The Succubus is gonna get him CC'd though. The Tyrant is blasted or Reverence taking a bit of damage, but them Chasms are gonna burn through that Fleshcock pretty quickly. Those pets are unleashing barrage of damage into Reverence, but so far he's been able to survive it quite a bit. Gonna be Instant-Cast Decimated Bolts. I don't know if CBZ's got himself the biggest one-shot for Decimated Bolts, but he should have, right? That's basically the default build for Demonology Warlock as an Necrolord. He is playing normal Call Dreadstalker, so he's not playing Instant-Cast Dreadstalkers, which is interesting. Makes me wonder what else he's playing instead. Mortal into Reverence, trying to land a Fear. Gonna be that Succubus CC stopping him in place. Can't tell if he's seduced by the Succubus or maybe by a Wolf's Dancing. Gonna be a Flash Cut for Reverence, recovering a lot of health. CBZ finds himself at very low health. Reverence trying to go for that Decimated Bolt. With that execute damage with CBZ, it could be deadly. Decimated Bolt back for CBZ instead. Got him some Dreadstalkers. Gonna be Decimated Bolt, can't really stop it. Reflect is up, but Reverence, CBZ just want to make sure he's not reflecting back his own Decimated Bolts, because that's gonna be a crazy bolt. As Reverence just trying to back up out of the Fellow Lord, missing his swing. As CBZ is chilling under the pillar. He's gonna go for that Drain Life build together with the what's it called? The Resolve Trinket. Anytime you get interrupted, you're gonna have that trinket giving you basic immunity. Gonna be a big blast on the CBZs. Got him super low. The Mortal Coil does help him recover. Gonna be a big Decimated Bolt Reverence, but the Succubus CC goes through. Reverence trying to go for an interrupt and starts to see the pet. Chaos Bolt. Is it gonna be Double Bolt? CBZs does get wiped out as Reverence made sure to have Reflect back up in case CBZs has anything for him. Just you never really know. Gonna be iFox next. Freezing Trap into Reverence, bailing out of there completely with a port, taking away that Death Chakra with him, Death Pact, Dark Pact in order to give himself a little bit of a shield. Gonna be that Chimeric Poison, eventually CCing him. Could Gateway in case he wants to, but he's actually gonna just line aside iFox as best as possible. Maybe wait until the Succubus can go for some CC. Reverence might be in a bit of trouble. Mortal Coil. He's gonna get a Chaos Bolt versus iFox. Is that gonna be a potential big one? Infernal getting summoned up. Is that a real Infernal? It is a real Infernal. So for Reverence, this could be a lot of damage. Stun into Reverence, has a trinket for it, not playing the Resolve Trinket. There's going to be a Succubus C onto iFox for a second. Chaos Bolt, Flash Cut to follow. Does not get interrupted for a second, but does get eventually. iFox is kind of low in health. Going to be a Harpoon. No way to interrupt it. Another Chaos Bolt getting loaded up. iFox can be in big trouble. Stun again. Yet another Chaos Bolt. Oh! Reverence is blasting this boy out. Oh my goodness. Is Warlock back? Is Jestro back, boys? I feel like we haven't seen Jestro in these duels in a while, but double Chaos Bolts, that return of this spec. Who's up next? Is it going to be Speed? Is it going to be a Wolf? Or is it going to be Chicago in the back? Also, I swear to God, it looks like Lifeforged Janai, dude. The pale skin, the hair. But that's a normal Janai. Bro, I can't wait until 9.2.5 where we can do cross-faction gameplay, man. Stun into Reverence. Got himself that Kyrian Burst. Reverence with a Dark Pact. Gonna be Succubus Seduction onto Speed. As the Chaos Bolts go flying, there's going to be an interrupt on fire, but that's actually going to let Reverence use shadow spells as he try to get that Bonza Fell onto Speed. Trying to maybe get a Cataclysm around the corner. Speed getting caught on a pixel on the corner of the box. I think he's not going to end up finishing out the Cataclysm at all. He's trying to get a better angle on Speed, and I think Speed trying to focus down on Succubus. He's just not even sure where Reverence is at anymore. Going to be Mortal Coil with Fear. Is going to be Meter Trinket. Reverence trying to make sure he doesn't get interrupted. Getting a shot. I don't know if you got much going on. It's going to be Human Racial out of this. Maybe he can port. Trying to go for a Fear. Going to be an interrupt. Potentially. Miss it. Wait. Full Fear onto Speed. With the Chaos Bolts to follow. Decimated Bolt after. Blind into Reverence. Needs to get the pet. I think it might be over for Reverence. I think it's over. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. He just, what can he do at this point? Porting away. Barely in health. Does get himself Warlock Hellstone. Wait. Could potentially still be a play. Trying to summon a Succubus. I think he's going to interrupt it though. Yeah, there goes the interrupt. Mortal Coil back up, hopefully soon. Dark back gives him a little bit of survivability. Maybe he can go for Gateway, trying to go for a Fear. Does land it. No interrupt by the Rogue. Is going to get the full Succubus. That full Succubus might be the game changer here that he needs. He doesn't really have a lot of health to work with, but he's able to get some damage on the speed, potentially send the Succubus in. The Succubus will at least give Revan something to like CC the Rogue. Flash Cap getting set up, as he got himself shield for shield. Cataclysm around the corner, maybe he can get the Rogue dotted up. Looks like he's able to. Bonzafell does catch the Rogue. Maybe he can push him out of there? No, the Rogue is just gonna sit behind the box. Caught himself a reset for a second. Reverence might be in a bad spot now. Wait, does the box where he wants to play, or does he want to play out in the open? He got kicked from Marine somehow? Oh, Stargaze. The monk might have gotten kicked then for AFK. You gotta make sure that you're constantly moving then. That guy's more than welcome to come back and play, by the way. Big damage and speed. Cloak of Shadows. Reverence has big decimated bolt set up. Those incinerates are gonna burn. Mortal Coil into speed. Doesn't have any outs. In Fear again. Oh, gas for a speedy van. It's just to make sure that no more incinerates char his skin. Reverence with the first aid does not get interrupted with that distract. Does not get distracted. Focusing on the bandages. He will turn, he'll spin. The speed going for that Shadow Strike could potentially be a Succubus. CC does get the Seduce in the opener. Again, the Rogue has no trinket, so it could be huge damage by the Warlock. Fear onto the Rogue, incinerates, immolates right after. Speed breaks out for a second. Shadow steps to Reverence. Reverence doesn't have Mortal Coil for a while. Cheap shot into Reverence, has himself a big shield. Speed is going to be seeing a trinket out of Reverence, trying not to get interrupted. It's going to be a kick, but it's going to be missing trinket for speed from the Fear. Reverence does have a Mortal Coil coming back out very, very soon. The Rogue no longer has a trinket. This could be really bad for the Rogue. Chaos mode right after. Does he have any outs? I think it might be. Oh, the Succubus just comes in whipping him down. Get down, boy. Oh my goodness. Reverence. Oh my goodness. I'm starting to become a Warlock believer, boys. I want to get my... Dude, I've been trying to get my Warlock to yourself for so long. I want to do what Reverence is doing. I want to do some crazy, unmitigated calamity of damage in Mythic Pluses. I think it'd be so fun. They just look so fun. You know what I mean? Gonna be Wolf trying to go for a bit of a reset, get himself a little bit of healing. Mana plenty. It's gonna be Reverence with some big cooldowns and Infernal joining in. It's gonna be a counter-strike totem. It's gonna reduce some of the... Oh god, Wolf is gonna get hit by lots of hits. Needs to wall this immediately. Is gonna be wall this at the last second. Decimate Bolt set up. Still taking a lot of damage. Massive Chain Harvest. Got himself a little bit of healing. Interrupted Reverence on that fire. Reverence can still land Fears. It's going to be back-to-back incinerates. Wolf going to have wall falling off very, very soon. Could get some Ghost Wolves rolling in very, very soon. Chaos Bolt, stunned it. Reverence, barely any health. Could go for maybe Reflect. Might want to go for Reflect if he goes on for a Chaos Bolt. Wolf recovered a lot of health, by the way. Board for Reverence, trying to go for another bolt versus Wolf. Going to be Ellie Blast, second bolt right after. As the second C goes through, Bonzafell right after. Potentially big damage. Wolf does not get caught by that Bonzafell. Flash got up for Reverence. Wolf does not have the line of sight. If only he had it there to win shear the cast out of the hands of Reverence, it would have been alright. Decimating Bolt is up. Fear to follow. Those incinerates could be really deadly. Actually gets both super low. Double incinerate and taking him out. Chicago's the last one left in Team 2. Has to hold the fort. Are they going to give Reverence an honor duel here or not? Looks like they are. Are they going to... I think they're walking up to Reverence. Giving him at least an honor duel and an honorable bout. I don't know if they'll give him like a full go, a full reset with health, but at least they're giving him like an honorable bow. It's going to be Immolate. Chicago does not play ground and totem either, so neither the Shaman are going to be able to ground any of these powerful Chaos Bolts. Big Chaos Bolt is going to set up a Reverence, one bolt with a second CC. Oh my god, Chicago, most of your health is just gone. That's going to be Wall with the Aegis Stricken for Chicago. Still could be in a deadly situation. Bolt is going to get him low. Bolt actually got absorbed. Wait, that Bolt did no damage. That's a Wall in Aegis for you. That's like 40% damage reduction with a wall. 50% of the damage you take goes into a shield. That bolt did no damage. I think that one bolt that Reverence hit Chicago with was a double bolt. I think it was 2 bolts in one. That's why it's so scary looking. Decimated Bolt getting set up on one of the pets. Reverence goes through, bandage the Earth Elemental. Chicago backs up out of this, seeing the big damage coming out for Reverence. Looks like Reverence is going to be blasted out these pets. The Ghost Wolves are actually doing quite a substantial amount of damage at this high dampening. 37, not the highest, but for Reverence, a class with not a lot of healing. It is getting kind of low. It is chipping away at their health bar. It is chipping away at their Fleshcraft, so it gives Chicago an opportunity here. And Chicago, I think, is also a Venthyr gamer, not a Necrolord gamer this time around. So they don't have the same survivability, but definitely has the big damage. Gotta be Reverence. Dropping down Rain of Fire, which is actually fantastic. For Reverence, they're just building up towards the tier set. Mortal Kombat Chicago has a trinket, interrupting Reverence. Got him in the static totem, but that's gonna be Succubus. You see immediately. Caswell coming up for Reverence with big damage. Stunning Chicago with Incinerates. Does get line of sighted though. Chicago is down below. Reverence is trying not to jump down there. It's gonna be Thunder to break him apart. Infernal is in play. Get interrupted on a Decimating Bolt, but Chicago is backing up out of there. That Infernal is just so aggro to the Earth Elemental. It's actually giving Chicago a little bit of a play here. Gonna be Massive Chain Harvest, and Chicago trying to get a little bit of health back, as well as do some damage to Reverence. Stuck over there with an Infernal, as it's building for Reverence the Soul Shard slowly but surely. But Chicago is gonna be poking out and open for a second. Reverence trying to make sure there's plenty of distance between the two. Chicago does at least have some line of sight. There's a little bit of this like wall that's on the lower side of the platform. Gonna be a freshly Succubus potentially summoned up. Reverence getting interrupted on it. Might have to go for a Mortal Coil Fear on Chicago if they really want to get that pet. Mortal Coil, potentially Fear. Chaos Bolt instead just going aggressive. It's going to be Chaos Bolt that lands. Does a bit of damage. Chicago could get interrupted. That is going to be the pet they're going to focus on. Reverence tried to summon a new Succubus. Does Chicago have a way to stop it? Going to be Static Totem. Reverence can't really go anywhere, but at least they do get a fresh new Succubus. Succubus getting booped around in the totem. It's almost like at a ball pit. Going to be Chicago breaking out of the Succubus though. Succubus CC. Age stricken back up. And Reverence with the Dark Pact wall and everything. Decimated Bolt getting loaded up into one of the Raptors. Potentially could be big incinerate damage with Chicago. Reverence with a Reflect in case Chicago was going to go for a ranged interrupt, but didn't quite happen. They got 4 set just to wait. Yeah, the 4 set is going to be an interesting story. Actually, 2 set too. Wait, Silver, do we have to 2 set at least? It's going to be pretty massive. Wait, is Reverence? Dude, Reverence is looking for a bad big 105. Big Chain Harvest on Chicago? Chicago does get a lot of healing. We're going to be with big Chaos Bolt. Chicago walling this damage up. Reverence actually is at no health whatsoever. Wait, this could be really bad for Reverence. Trying to go first aid. I think Chicago might have him. Unless Reverence can maybe make a big play. Chaos Bolt instant cast on Chicago. Not going to summon Infernal for some reason. But Reverence is going to go down as Chicago does get seduced. I think Seawork is going to be up next. Chicago ends up... Oh, Chicago just leaves. They're just going to give Reverence a 1v4 and then bow out. Oh, come on. What does he actually play? Oh no. He has the 4. Oh, he has the 2 set, so he doesn't have the 4 set. Okay, so for some reason Reverence had 4 set. But I guess even 2 set is deadly. The 4 set was a blasphemy. I keep forgetting about it.